I'm Callie with Adventure Rig. I'm so excited to finally say that I have found the perfect work boot for the line of work that I am in. Now, I've put over 1,500 hours in these boots and climbed up and down this airplane over 600 times, and I can safely say that these things have held up to a ton of abuse. These are the Veronas by the Muck Boot company. I was really excited when I first saw these as kind of a casual, fancy boot, but then I realized that they had all the qualities to make a perfect work boot, so that's what I've been using them for this summer. One of the most important things about a work boot for myself is that it has a rubber outsole. Now, climbing up and down an airplane and on the airplane wings, it can get really slippery if there's any kind of a fluid on there, and so the rubber sole is very important. And as you can see, this sole has held up amazingly throughout the summer. This is a full leather outer, but it's got a neoprene inner, so it's that Muck Boot DNA that you find throughout all of their boots. Now, I've at first thought the neoprene would maybe be a little bit hot for a summertime boot, but it actually breathes very well, and my feet stayed pretty comfortable throughout the summer. I'd say that any leather work boot that I'd be wearing would be hot on a 90-degree day with 100% humidity, so I was really impressed with the breathability of the neoprene. The leather is a water-resistant leather. It's not waterproof, so if you're standing in a deep puddle, you're going to get wet. But for what I do, I work with a lot of water and a lot of agricultural fluids, and I found that it's very nice to have that water-resistant leather. As you can see, these have broken in quite well. They're a lot different looking than when I first received them, but for me, that wasn't super important. What was important was the durability and the integrity of the boot. I personally like the broken in, dirty look, and so that's what I've got now. A couple things to mention about this boot. When you first get them, they are hard to get on. They will break in after a few wears, but at first they're a little bit frustrating when you go to pull them on and they're really tight. Like I said, they will break in though over time. One thing that has worn on this boot that's noticeable, not a big deal to me at all, but there was a coating along the heel that just made it appear as though it was wood, although it's rubber. That has worn off, but like I said, not a huge deal for me. If you're gonna be wearing these in a work environment like I am, that's probably not a big deal for you. And if you're gonna be wearing them as a casual boot, I don't think that'll happen. One last thing to mention is that the insole, after putting so many hours in these boots, did wear out. I put an aftermarket one in and they're good as new again. Overall, I've been so impressed with these boots, and it's so nice to finally find a work boot that has everything I need and more, and I don't look like a guy when I wear them. I actually look somewhat girly, and so that's kind of nice too. Again, these are the Verona made by Muck Boot Company. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. I'm Callie with Adventure Rig.